Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be doing a pregnancy update. Just talking about a few of the things that I've gone through. I'm currently 37 weeks as of today, which means I have like 3 more weeks, but not really. I will get further into detail about that as we get into the video. So I know I said in one of my previous videos that I wanted to take you guys along with this journey, but because I was filming so many other videos and I was really overwhelmed with this whole pregnancy situation and experience, I didn't really get to show you guys everything I wanted to, but that is what the pregnancy update is for. Without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Okay, since I am 37 weeks, I am on my 3rd trimester, which is the last trimester. I'm literally like 3 weeks away from giving birth and going into labor or whatever. So I want to start off with morning sickness. I had morning sickness for about the first 3 or 4 months. I didn't get it right away. I got it like going into the 2nd month, I believe. And I'm gonna show you guys what I take now that helped during that situation and what I was trying to use and didn't help at all. The current prenatal vitamins that I'm taking are from First Response. It says prenatal and postnatal energy metabolism support. These have a crap ton of folic acid in them, and they say that's really good for the baby. When I was going through morning sickness, I'm going to show you guys what I was taking before I was taking these vitamins, because as soon as I started taking these, my morning sickness completely disappeared. Before I was taking the gummy prenatal vitamins, I was taking these Similac prenatal vitamins, and it's 2 hard pills. Well, this one is like a gel, but I don't bite into my pills because that's gross. So hard pills. And literally it was like after every time I would take these, I would throw up everything and anything I ate throughout the entire day, which was really annoying. And I needed to take prenatal vitamins, so yeah, these did not help at all. In all honesty, I believe that this is what made me throw up, but yeah, I stopped taking these. As you can hear, there's still a whole bunch in there, but I had to stop taking them because they was not helping me at all. It was literally as soon as I took them, I would throw up anything I ate from the entire day. So when I went to my doctor's appointment, they gave me a list of stuff that would help with morning sickness, and on the list was these like pressure bands or pressure point things, and this is what they look like. And you put them on your wrist, and you're supposed to press this white button, or it's not even a button, it's just, I don't know what it does, but I guess it's like supposed to hit a pressure point or something and help you. These absolutely did not work. They did nothing at all. For me, they didn't work. I wouldn't recommend buying them. They are literally a waste of money. I think this is really gimmicky, so those are going in the garbage. I was so like desperate to look for anything to make this like morning sickness throw up situation go away, so I was googling stuff. Me and my boyfriend was looking online, and we found these things called Preggy Pop Drops that they sell in Target. I mean, I ripped off, you know, some of the label because I was opening it, but basically it says they're natural, drug-free, and doctor recommended. It comes with 4 different flavors: sour raspberry, green apple, sour lemon, and sour, I think, tangerine. And they're basically like candies, and you just suck on them and they help with your morning sickness. If you want just to suck on candy, I guess these are good, but these really didn't do anything for me. And the reviews online looked legit, like it worked for some people, but for me they did not work at all. So when I found the Preggy Pop Drops, that is when I found these vitamins, and as soon as I started taking them, I was not throwing up anymore. I actually had a little bit more energy, and this is already my 2nd bottle, and I I'm probably gonna need to get more. You take 2 a day, and I'm telling you, I highly recommend this. If you have morning sickness, try gummy prenatal vitamins. Even before we were looking for them, my boyfriend's stepmom recommended it to me. Not that specific brand, but she told me that when she was pregnant and she had morning sickness, she was taking like the gummy Flintstone vitamins, and that would help her a lot. So I just found an actual prenatal gummy vitamin, and that actually worked. I'm so happy she suggested that. It was such a big lifesaver. So thank you. So that is all I got about morning sickness. It is probably the worst thing ever. Prior to getting pregnant, didn't really throw up unless I got like drunk, and I didn't eat nothing before I drank. That was the only time I really threw up, but throwing up day after day was a nightmare, to be honest. So yeah, that's all I can say. My highest tip is to try the gummy vitamins. I'm not sponsored or anything, I swear. I'm just telling you guys what worked for me might work for you. So it's just a suggestion. You can try if you want. All of this happened towards the end of my first trimester, going into my second trimester, and everything up until my entering my third trimester, everything was fine. The baby was healthy and I was healthy, and everything is still kind of fine, I guess, but I ended up being like diagnosed or whatever with gestational diabetes. And what that is basically you get diabetes when you are pregnant, and it's because your body isn't producing enough sugar or whatever, or insulin or something. Like you just can't handle sugar and carbs the way you normally would, or a normal person would. So I still have gestational diabetes. I'm currently on a controlled diet, and the diet is basically you can have a certain amount of carbs, but I can't have any carbs because my sugar levels go up to the sky. So I put myself on like a 0 carb diet. If the diet didn't work for me, they would have had to put me on insulin, and I would have been giving myself insulin shots every day. And I personally don't like needles. So I was very dedicated to the diet option because I did not want to do the insulin. After they put me on the diet, I was checking my blood sugars 4 times a day, and I'll insert a picture of the machine that they gave me and the stuff that it comes with. But it's basically when you prick yourself in the finger, and then you put your blood in a little test strip, and it tells you how high your blood sugar is. And since my numbers have been so good, they dropped it down to 2 times a day, and you have to do one of them as soon as you wake up. That's called the fasting one, and then I could pick whichever one I want to do after that, which is after breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So that is awesome because I really hate needles. Even the little prick thing, I still jump. Some of the risks that come with gestational diabetes is having a baby that's too big, or your baby gets too big while you're pregnant. And also they can have trouble with breathing. So right now my baby is 8 pounds and 6 ounces, and I'm 37 weeks today, but I'm measuring around 38 weeks and like 5 or 6 days. So that's probably from the gestational diabetes. I have my next appointment in a week from now, and I'm gonna see my doctor, and he is most likely going to be telling me that I am going to be getting induced. I already spoke to one of his doctors at his office, because he's not always at his office. He has like 2 or 3 different offices, but they already said that he is most likely going to tell me that I'm going to be induced at 39 weeks. And they can't induce you any earlier. There's like rules or something that you can only get induced at 39 weeks, and I'm pretty sure that's from your like original due date, not what you're measuring. So chances are I'm going to be getting induced a week early from my due date, which is February 23rd, and a week before that would be February 16th, I think, or somewhere around there. There is always still the possibility that I can go into labor on my own before then, which is what I'm really hoping, because I've been told by a few people that when you are induced, it's a little bit more painful. So I'm still hoping that I go into labor naturally on my own. And I've literally been trying everything. Like, I've been eating pineapples and doing squats and anything that I find on the internet to help, I'm trying. A few things I'm not trying just because they're weird, but I'm literally trying everything. But if I have to get induced, then I will. It's not a mandatory thing, it's optional, but I guess that makes sense. I don't want to give birth to a baby that's too big, because either way it's going to be painful. So if that is the recommended thing to do, then that is what I'm going to do. Also, along with the gestational diabetes, I'm not sure if they do non-stress tests for every woman that's pregnant, but I've been doing non-stress tests for the past 4 or 5 weeks, and I must say, although it's called a non-stress test, it is very stressful and aggravating and irritating. Basically, what the non-stress test is, aka NST. I'm gonna say NST because non-stress test is just too long. So the NST is basically, they put these two things around your belly and it listens to the baby's heartbeat, and then the other thing basically, I don't know what the other one does. I think it's supposed to like monitor when he moves or something. But the point of the NST is they want to see the baby's heartbeat jump up 10 or 15 heartbeats for 15 seconds when he does move. And if he doesn't, then you have to go and get an ultrasound and get checked. And this is very time consuming. For some reason, every time I go, my baby never wants to, like, his heartbeat doesn't jump up. And you know, it's not something to be stressed about, because every time I go for the ultrasound, they find exactly what they need to find. They see him move, breathe, and all the good stuff, but it just doesn't pick up on the machines for some reason. I guess that's just my luck. But there's a positive. Every time I go to the ultrasound, I get more pictures, so I guess that's positive. But literally every time I go to those appointments, I'm in the hospital for at least 2 to like 6 or 7 hours, and it's really annoying because it's a really long process. They leave me on the original machine for an hour, but they check every 20 minutes, and the first 20 minutes they'll have me on my back, and the next 20 minutes they'll have me roll over to my right side, and then the next they'll have me roll over to my left side. After that, if they don't see the movements that they need to see, they will call and have me brought down for an ultrasound, and then that usually takes like half an hour to an hour for somebody to come upstairs and get me and put me in a wheelchair just to take me down to get an ultrasound. I'm not handicapped or nothing, I can walk, but whatever, I'll take the free ride. Then it's another half an hour when I get to the ultrasound, because they need to see fine movements, which is little small movements like the baby moving his hands or his feet. Then they need to see gross movements, which is big movements, like, you know, when he moves like a lot, like his whole body. And then they need to see him breathing. So that usually takes a while, especially if my baby is sleeping, which he likes to do literally every time I do these tests, because as soon as we're done, he's active AF. After I'm done with the ultrasound, they bring me back upstairs, and then I have to wait for a report, which usually can take anywhere between 30 minutes and like 2 to 3 hours. And then I have to wait for my doctor's okay to go home, basically. My nurses or whoever is taking care of me in the hospital has to call my doctor and get the okay from him to let me go home, because if he doesn't give the okay, I'm stuck there. So yes, that is the struggles I've been going through for like the past month and a half. And you know, really, I don't mind, because as long as my baby's okay, that's the most important thing. But really, it is really stressful. And I think all this like stress is making me more excited just to give birth, and I just can't wait. I'm going to insert a belly picture probably right here or right here somewhere, just so you guys can see how big I am for 37 weeks. So I do have stretch marks. Not everybody gets stretch marks when they're pregnant, but I guess like my skin is not meant to be stretched out. But there are a few things that I use to help, and the first thing I use is this organic belly balm. It helps reduce the appearance of stretch marks with cocoa butter and vitamin E. This is what it looks like, and anything with cocoa butter really helps. This is what it comes in. I'm going to warn you guys now, this smells so disgusting. You're supposed to, it's recommended to use it after you take a shower, so it locks in the moisture after you do shower. I have been using it. Ugh, it just smells so gross. Ugh. It really makes me not want to use it, but if it's gonna help, then I guess I will use it. And the next thing that I use is this Spa Living Coconut and Shea Hydrating Body Lotion. I believe this is from like Bath and Body Works. I'm not sure where it's from. My boyfriend's mom gave it to me in a Christmas set, and I know it has coconut and shea, and that's really moisturizing for my skin. And I don't really use lotion, but this smells really, really good. So I usually mix both of them because this smells good and it's also hydrating, and that helps with the actual stretch mark situation. And it's just like a white lotion. You don't have to only use it on your belly, you can use it wherever you want. So that is what I use for my stretch marks. I didn't have stretch marks prior to this, and I don't know if they're gonna go away afterwards, but I'm going to try to get them to go away. But if they don't, then oh well, I guess it's part of, you know, pregnancy and it's beauty. But that is about everything that's been going on up until this point. I figured I'd let you guys know, since I didn't really update you guys throughout the whole pregnancy. You just got it all in one shot. That brings this video to an end. I have nothing else to tell you guys about my pregnancy. I'll probably do another video like next week, letting you guys know for sure if I'm getting induced. It's not a for sure thing, but it's a most likely gonna happen type of thing. If you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, drop them down below in the comment section, and I will be sure to get back at you ASAP. If you have not subscribed to the Rose family, don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you leave, and hit that notification bell right next to it so you guys can stay notified when I do upload a video. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!